everybody who made today's event such an amazing success. I'm like reeling with ideas and all the learnings that happened today. And what I would like to do first is invite Piyush to come and join me in thanking the board of directors, as well as our volunteers, as well as our sponsors. But before I do that, I want to spend a little time to talk a little bit about Piyush, the man behind all the 2 days of learnings, the amazing learnings we've had here. And so I want to say a few words about Piyush before we go into the official note of thanks and closing of this conference. So Piyush, as you all know, is a startup executive as well as a social entrepreneur. He's a board advisor and a business transformation practitioner in the Valley. He's known to most of us and has been serving as the national chairman now of ASEI, in addition to being the founding president of the Silicon Valley chapter in 2015. Professionally, Piyush has been working as the senior vice president at the AI/ML startup called Spring ML, which has been serving in the Silicon Valley for the past 5 years. And they have been partnering with Google. He currently focuses on data science, IoT, and all things related to machine learning and data analytics. He spent 14 years at IBM prior to this and led their worldwide big data and analytics center of excellence within IBM. And he has spent almost 25 years in engineering, product management, Big Four management consulting companies, and has a lot of relevant experience that he shares with all of us and uses his knowledge to help and promote some of the efforts and engagements at ASEI. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Piyush.
Thank you, Surbhi. This has been an amazing last 2 days. And of course, thank you for being on the board. Last year, Surbhi accepted my invite to be on the Silicon Valley board. And I'm pleased to announce that she's been elected to the national board as well this year. So we will see in a moment who the board members are. But before we do that, let's, Surbhi, go ahead and thank the Aerospace Symposium volunteers.
Absolutely. Thank you, Piyush. So yesterday we had the amazing symposium. We watched the highlights this morning, and this is all the team that worked on that. There are some faces we see on the screen, but there are many, many hands that behind the scenes come together to make these kind of events a success. So thanks to all the people. I'm not going to read the names,
and
but
I want to call out some names here. So we specifically the women, the youngsters, the millennials at the bottom of the row, they should be at the top. Vrinda Patel, Pooja, Ankit, Jain, and all these wonderful folks you see up here. It wouldn't have been possible without Dr. Shrikant Agrawal, who I started talking to almost 9 months ago for this aerospace symposium, and of course, Dr. Ajit Kothari, and host of other names that you see here, Kup, who helped with the brochure, and of course, Mahesh, Suresh, who helped with the sponsorship. And of course, there are many other folks, but they spent the most amount of time. Go ahead, Surbhi, with the next.
Yeah, and this is the YTE team. We will be announcing some awards that came out of the efforts that were ongoing yesterday, led by Preetha, who's our near and dear member, a board of member here, and the team that we have called out here. They did a fantastic job, and engaging youth is the most important part of what we are trying to achieve here. And this team has successfully done that. So thank you, a big thank you to this team. And then, of course, today's summit was made possible by the names of people you see here who came together, put the agenda together, a lot of other names of people who have helped us collaborate and bring all of you to the stage for us to give us the opportunity to learn, hear from you, learn from you. So thank you to the CXO Summit team. And last but not the least, we have to make another effort to thank our sponsors and partners. Because of their donations, we are able to make these kind of events, the platform, the funding to get these events possible. We might reach out to a few of you in the coming year to help us build a little more funding, a little more foundational stuff this year. But we just want to call out Boeing and Juniper Networks, who were the gold sponsors, and ICICI Bank, who's the bronze sponsor for this event. Thank you.
Very well said, Surbhi. And I have to thank Surbhi for the Juniper Network sponsorship, because she works there and she was instrumental in bringing Raj on board. So thank you to all the sponsors once again. And one thing I want to mention here is the sponsorship money that we raise goes for primarily the students' benefit, scholarships, and the awards. And we are a totally volunteer-driven organization. Many of us give more than 10 hours a week. Some of us give more, even more. But we require from the board of directors at least 2 hours every week. And if you can volunteer more, all the more. So anyone listening to us here, our board of director positions for the chapters are still open. We just completed the national elections and we will be seeing who are on that board. So thank you to all the national board members here. Since Surbhi is fairly new to the national board, I'll go ahead. On the national board, we have 4 new members besides the old ones who have been there. You've seen Vatsla, Ram, and Jwalant. They've been on the executive team last year. Now, then we have Rakesh Patel, longtime ASEI member, Dr. Thomas Abraham, once again, many, many years, and very well connected in the community. He's been serving as the chairman of GoPio as well. He's been on our board for 8 years. And Sam Ladwa, Ashok Madan, we have Subramaniam. He's the new elected person on our board from Michigan. And of course, Dr. Shrikant Agrawal, he's coming back on the board after a gap, after I pestered him for the last 8-10 months to stay connected. He was the national president back in 2011. And of course, I would be remiss to miss, besides Surbhi, there's Divya Ashok, who did a fantastic job. Both of these are vice presidents, by the way, at their company. And she did a fantastic job during the COVID time for the society. You saw the video yesterday. And then there are other chapter presidents by virtue of being the chapter leaders. They are here on the national board. Venkat, we revived the Washington chapter. So he's here. We have Sri Gavini. Both of these used to be student chapter leaders at one point, and then we had scholarships for them, and we slowly they grew up, and now they are leading the chapters, the professional chapters. And of course, our parent chapter at Michigan, Muthu, is leading that chapter wonderfully well. We've done great work together and look forward to more things in the future. And of course, Surbhi, you know about the Silicon Valley board, so you can thank them. The picture is all here on that. Maybe we don't need to go through all the names.
Yeah, I just wanted to, as we are saying thanks, before people leave, I did want to call out one more time that everybody who you see here is doing work as a volunteer. And the more helping hands we can get in the community, the better it will be. So please join us. We have a lot of initiatives underway that we can share with you. Please visit our website. And if you have younger engineers in your community who are looking for a place to get guidance, to get mentorship, please point them, because I think word of mouth and spreading about ASEI is really important. A few people that I talked to during this event and during preparation of this event were not aware of the work we do. And actually, before joining Piyush, I was not aware either. So we absolutely should make sure that we spread through word of mouth about ASEI and help encourage, connect younger generation of engineers to this group.
Great point, Surbhi. And of course, after the Silicon Valley board, I want to get the Michigan board here. You see wonderful names besides Muthu, Lalita, Anjali, Ravi. Vatsla is again doubling up on the chapter board as well, along with our IT director there, Sanjay Patel and Anjali Tiwari. There are elections in place, so new members are being added as well. So other chapters, SoCal board, once again, Sri, Rinda, Sonu, and some of these, Jaspreet, these are youngsters, hardly 1 to 5 years of experience, and they used to be student members, and now they are contributing very heavily. Vrinda, specifically, I want to call out for the aerospace symposium. She held the glue in those times that I couldn't attend those meetings, and she was in every meeting. And of course, the Washington, D.C. board is here as well. I'm not sure if they are on this call, but I want to call them out. Venkat, Lekha, Ananta, and Ved Gupta. And with that, we want to get to the convention closing. But before that, I want to say that every year we have a tradition of giving out awards. We ran the awards process, and we actually make sure that the awardees accept before we announce them. And as mentioned, the award team led by Dr. Thomas Abraham, Vatsala was part of it, and Rakesh was part of it as well. We deliberated, and these some names came up, and those letters have been sent. And once we get acceptance from all of them, then we'll make a public announcement. Right now, we've got for the Lifetime Achievement Award, Dr. Gururaj Deshpande is there. And of course, for YTE, here are the students. Yesterday, you saw all of them. And why don't you read out the names, Surbhi? The top award goes to?
We have Nidhi M, Isha J, and Siddharth J. Hopefully they're listening in the audience. So huge congratulations to all three of you for winning the award.
And if they're listening, we should bring them out on screen.
Oh yeah, that'll be great.
Vatsala, is it possible? I can stop
from the audience? From the audience?
Well, they were supposed to join by the panelist link, so they should have joined. I'll inform them.
Yeah, Isha is there. She's saying thank you so much.
First to bring them in. So that
I'll get them. I'll get them in.
What I want to say about these students, these student projects were so intriguing, and we had a hard time, especially since we do the regional YTEs. We call them as from the science fair. We get them here. Slowly, they progress from 1,000 to 250 to 50 to 12 to finally top 3. And this time we got entries from Florida, Michigan, Silicon Valley, and even India. And the name that you see at the bottom, Siddharth Jain, he had a partner, but he did not specify the partner's name in the application. So that's why it's only his name is appearing here. This is as per the official entry form. They all complied with the regulations, the rules that were there, and they did a fantastic job. And all of their entries were with the cutting edge that I wish I would understand when I was a kid. So these guys are doing some amazing jobs. So let's give them a big round of applause when they get here. And with that, I think we would like to get to the, I'll stop sharing and see if we are able to get all on the screen, and we can have official networking event. And officially, I want to close the CXO Summit, and also the convention will close once we have the winners. Actually, I really wanted to see the winners being on the screen.
So
I think Isha's here.
Isha's there, and Siddharth Jain, I'm trying to get him in.
Okay. Okay, till then, I think we should also is it possible to say that all the folks who have the panelist link can come on the camera?
Yeah.
Is he Siddharth Jain already? You mentioned about him.
Yes, I just brought him in.
Yeah.
Okay, Asim Khan and Siddharth Jain had a joint entry. They are from our, how can we spotlight them? Hey, there it is, Siddharth.
I can do this.
Yeah, I definitely want to recognize these students. They are up at 2 a.m. their time in India. And I checked with them if it was okay with their parents, and they said yes. So, so Asim and Siddharth, congratulations. Thank you for
Thank you,
being
sir.
involved with ASEI. And there we have somebody else. We've got Isha as well. So great projects.
Thank you so
for
much.
being here, and congratulations. And whenever Nidhi gets in here, I would like to congratulate her as well.
I was going to say congratulations to all of you, all three of you, Isha and Siddharth and Asim. And if we can all unmute and give you all a round of applause, I think that'll be the cherry on top of this conference. So proud of all of you.
Keep it up. Keep it
I
up.
don't see Nidhi.
Okay, we'll move on. She knew this was happening. So, okay. Thank you, students. And let's get everybody on the camera and get our networking going. All the speakers, thank you again. Please be here. And what I want to also say is that we'll have an official awards function, which we are trying to arrange in the next 5 to 6 weeks. So stay tuned, and we'll have announcements for more awards as soon as we get the acceptance. And it will be a grand event to participate. Unfortunately, COVID might restrict us to meet in person, so we will do it virtually. All right. Dr. Thomas Abraham, as the chair of our awards committee, you want to say something?
No, I think, first of all, I want to congratulate all those people, all the team members, as well as the speakers. It's a fantastic conference. Like last year, we did similarly, but it has become much better even. And I do see opportunity that even though we might have annual convention in person, this would be a format which we should continue to use to worldwide reach. Especially the student competition, we should extend it to not only India, but all other diaspora countries. Because we are in a network world, and this will give opportunity for our youngsters to network with people from all over the world. So that format should continue. And in terms of the awards, I think you have got a good person to come forward, to accept the Lifetime Achievement Award, and others will follow. So we will have soon within, as you mentioned, within 5 weeks or so, we will have the big award ceremony. So everybody should look forward to that. And I suggested to Piyush that since our board members, some of the speakers, and all other people who are joining, just have an open session. Those who are not come on the screen, or they could just come and say what they feel about it, because we don't get such opportunity to be together and network and speak to each other and engage ourselves. So thank you, Piyush, for joining, and you chair this, and maybe you can undo the recording. You don't need the recording now. This is just our
I want to make sure everybody comes on board, especially Dr. Agrawal and Dr. Kutari and Rakesh and Vatsala, who were part of the award team with you. And Suresh is here, Muthu, Lalita. Just get your on camera. We'll take a picture. I think everybody is appearing in the gallery view right now. I want to see any of the chapter board members, and Dr. Agrawal, you will need to turn your camera on so that we can take a picture.
And if you can look at the attendee list and let me know if I need to pull some other people that I can't make out. Shrikant Agarwal doesn't seem to have a video, so it's not promoting him.
What's like? If you could put Mahesh Reddy on, please.
I did. I don't know why.
Thanks.
I brought Raju here. He's the Silicon Valley.
I'm trying to get
member.
Neeraj Bindal as well.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I've tried to do Mahesh a couple of times. Mahesh, if you're listening.
Stays away. I've been able to bring them on. You can see on the gallery view.
Now he's coming in, I think.
Yeah. So you need to get your camera on, please. I can see Rakesh Kalyani do that. So wonderful. Anyone else who's a board member, please don't be shy and come here. On Bhairav, I'm trying to get you in as well. And I can
Sorry, Vatsala, there is a message from Nidhi. She's saying
I'm getting her.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, that'll be great if Nidhi joins on the stage as well. And guys, Nidhi is a repeat winner. Last year, she won the top honors as well.
Wow.
Amazing the kind of things that they persistently work on an idea, and now she's made this from the machine learning model to an IoT device to now going to other nonprofits and manufacturing that. These kids are going to be the entrepreneurs of tomorrow. And as I told yesterday, I'd be happy to work for any of these kids in the future. And so for now, I am really, really stoked. I need to start learning a little bit more. Raman, we need to talk. How do we devise a learning path for adults to catch up with these kids?
I'm piloting a program in Johnson to involve non-IT people and kind of democratize it. It is absolutely the needed one, and we are very serious about it. Yes.
Awesome. And I can see Nidhi here right on the top of my screen. So Nidhi, congratulations for being a repeat winner. And that too, continuing with your vision of putting this device in the hands of visually impaired. So very noble service. It is what you're doing. And of course, it's come from your personal idea. So I think we have everybody on. We can stop the recording if
yeah, I'll do that.
And then we can have an open feedback session. And what we will do is we might, from the live thing, we will take that live thing off, we'll delete it. But right now, let's keep going. So would be interested in getting any feedback from, especially from the speakers who came on for the first time for listening to us, or participating in a convention. What do you feel about the convention? Starting with you, Soma. I can see you right in my center of my screen.
Yeah. No, thank you. I think it was very good. And I should thank you guys for inviting me for the panel. It's really great to be part of that, and really wonderful to see a couple of things, appreciating the lifetime achievement as also getting the youngsters, which is very plus, and that's a personal passion to get them in. Good to see some of the young girls getting into the STEM area. Really looking forward to see how more we can support that. That's a very core thing. I'll give you an example where we taught classes in computer science, and getting them early is very important. I'm so glad to see that and love to be part of that as we move forward. Format is all good. One thing I would do would be is in the format level is saying start using the Zoom conference sessions, maybe to the next level where it looks, I've been in virtual conferences where audience can be really there, right? With the seats and you have the faces of them. So those are the ideas you can probably go forward as we go, right?
As we get into metaverse, we'll have more sophisticated tools. And as we get more funding, we'll be able to. So we were operating from zero budget. And that's what
I think there you go. She's getting it. There you go. Whoever did it. That's wonderful. Good. Thank you.
It has to be
magic for us.
Yeah. And I think it's good to see Vatsala here. I have worked with Vatsala on a nonprofit before. She's
totally different project.
Exactly. So it's good to see her here. Very nice.
Yeah, I had to do it for you. Your wish was our command.
No, it is so nice. Very nice. Very good. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
Very nice. So Karuna, can you go next, please?
Sure. Amazing lineup and great content. I will be honest, I did not know about this organization until a few weeks ago, somehow. So I'm kicking myself for not having been curious enough to have discovered it somehow. I'm definitely looking forward to connecting with many of the folks who are associated with ASEI and hopefully getting involved more. I love the format and the coverage of topics and areas of interest. For the students, please reach out on LinkedIn. I would love to continue the conversation and see where your journey takes you. We will be at a point where many of us who are veterans in the technology sector will be in the downside of the curve, and we would love to hear more from what you all are seeing as you explore markets, think of solutions, products, and this is a great forum. Thank you for including me.
Thank you, Karuna. And I want to give the Michigan chapter president the floor, and after that, Lalita as well. She's also from our Michigan board. So, Matu?
Yeah, thank you. Wonderful conference. Aerospace, although, we all come from many of us from the ASEI Michigan Brethren, we come from automotive background, but as the world is converging, engineering is converging, there's a lot of interesting topics that really appeal to many of us. And this is a great segue, kind of lead into this year's in-person event we are planning in fall. So a lot of great inputs, ideas, excellent exemplary speeches. So as many people have commented on. So it is, we're all pumped up and geared up, and the Michigan team is more energetic than ever. We have additional members coming in and helping us. So look forward for more notification. And Dr. Soma Venkat, who's in our backyard, I see him every weekend because of our kids' activities. He's there in all places, and great to be connected back with him through this ASEI channel too. So thank you.
Wonderful.
It was a great conference.
And Muthu, this time around, I think we need the Michigan chapter to be a little bit more active throughout the year. Out of 30 events, 25 came from California, Silicon Valley. So I'm a bit jaded. I need more youngsters to come forward and retire me, please. So that is my motto. I tell everyone my job is up for stakes, and please, anyone who wants it, available on all counts. All right, let's move on to Lalita, please.
Yeah, it was a really enlightening session. Thank you so much. Thank you for getting such wonderful speakers, and it's been really great. And this year, Michigan will be more active. We promise.
Awesome. Let's go to Nidhi, who's didn't have a chance to speak perhaps earlier when we were doing the students. So Nidhi, congratulations. And you want to say something?
I think the biggest thing is that I've been part of ASEI for a little over 2 years now, and I've learned a lot in the process. I've helped with volunteering. I've competed in like the YTE this year and in the previous years, and it's so great to see so many different people in the industry kind of represent like the background from where I'm from, and then just see like people who really inspire me like be part of this great organization. So I just want to say thank you so much for this amazing opportunity, and I'm really glad that I can be part of ASEI.
Great. The YTE judges are not here, but they just sent me a note saying these are the winners. I said, did you even know that you have picked 2 winners who were won in the past as well? And they said, well, we've decided we are not changing anything. I said, well, this is, and there were some popular votes as well. All of you got the similar popularity vote given that where we were, but this is where we stand. Dr. Ajay, if you could unmute yourself and say a few words as well. You did a wonderful job with Dr. Agrawal yesterday on the Aerospace Symposium, bringing in 6+ speakers by yourself and in a slate of 15. So go ahead, please.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I think I'm unmuted. Yeah. I was really very happy to be watching today's meeting, also the CXO meeting. It was really quite amazing. And so I think that this, together with yesterday's 2 events, of course, the Aerospace Symposium and this one, Piyush, this is going to be hard to top, in future. And I would agree with Thomas that we should, later on do this kind of event as a hybrid event in person, yep, but also always have this possibility of being able to connect and invite speakers from different cities and even different continents who would otherwise not be able to come and speak. Yep. So this has been, the world really has changed.
COVID has made us transform, as one of our esteemed speakers said. It's the transformation of Chief Transformation Officer, right? So really like that comment. So thank you, Dr. Ajay. I want to very quickly go to somebody who's been very quiet in the corner, Suresh.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gents. First of all, I want to echo everything that everybody said, but I'd like one takeaway from each and every one of you, ladies and gents, is to try and promote ASEI to 10 of your friends and family members. And as you've seen for the past 2 days, what a great organization this is. And if we pull our might together, this is going to be unstoppable. So once again, awesome job. Thank you all.
Thank you. And if you can go to Mr. Madan, right below Sam.
Thank you, Piyush. Wonderful, wonderful convention. Very, very hard work by Piyush and his volunteers and pushing the whole group to do their best. And the quality of speakers is excellent. I don't think I have heard so many speakers in 2 days' time. Even in person conventions, you can attend one session or the other and you have to miss the other. But now here, we had a chance to listen to all the wonderful speakers with diverse experience and backgrounds, not only engineers, but non-engineers, technical or non-technical. So I really, really enjoyed. Only part I missed was yesterday. I had to go to another event during lunchtime, but otherwise I enjoyed yesterday morning and also today whole morning. Thank you again, Piyush and the team.
Wonderful. Thank you. I have Rakesh Guliani, who has served in prior YTEs and regular things as well. And he's battling COVID. By the way, 80% of my volunteer team was impacted in one way or the other during the last 2 months with COVID. So hopefully you are recovering, Rakesh. As you can see, I'm fully recovered.
Yes, I have. Thank you, Piyush. And I was going to say that one of our missions was to inspire and mentor our youngsters. But looking at all the projects that we have seen in the last few years, I can certainly say that we are getting inspired by them, their work, and the innovations. So this is really good to see. I think it's working now both ways. We wanted to do something for them, but they are recharging us. So it's good to see our mission being successful and we are getting value out of it for everybody. And I know there is more work to do. And I think the top priority would be to get more sponsors, get more funding, and improve our conference by using better technology, which I know needs more funding. So sponsorships is the key for next year. Absolutely. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Rakesh. Let's go to Jwalant, who's sitting in very quietly. Go ahead.
Was the past president.
Yeah, he's been on the board for so many years. And of course, I took on the baton from him last year.
Thanks, Piyush. And first of all, congratulations to everyone who participated and helped and contributed to get this event organized. And for me, I think this was a quite, I sat through all the topics and speakers, and the best thing I noticed is that I think Silicon Valley chapter really stepped up, and I saw a lot of individuals who were not involved before helping out, and now they are actually in the whole convention. So that was really great. And those of us who are involved for many years, we have many chapters. Some chapters are active at some point, and then you have to revive them. So we just go through this exercise, every now and then. But some of us who are hanging around, we are just, just great to see that while some chapters take a backseat, new chapters come up, and we are able to keep ASEI flag going. And I was also excited to see Shrikant and Ajay step up and provide the leadership that they did, especially yesterday and so forth. So once again, congrats to all, and looking forward to just engaging with everyone, in coming days.
Thank you, Jwalant. And I have Ram sitting right next to him. He's our favorite man. He has the purse. He gets all the money, actually. He's the treasurer. So
thanks, Piyush. Again, great conference. Great to meet a lot of people. And I think it was well mentioned that the kids inspire us, right? It works both ways, inspire us. I have to put a plug in for Mentor Connect. It was great to see all the speakers. And many of you suggested that you'd be willing to reach out and help mentor. That is one of the key programs that ASEI does, Mentor Connect and University Connect, again, to make sure that we support our future. So many of you probably already have a LinkedIn invite from me. If not, you'll be getting one soon. But there's lots of opportunities for us to help. So I'm again excited, and thanks for a great connection.
So are you saying, Ram, that you will post one message, or at least put a like on ASEI post on LinkedIn?
Piyush has been mentoring me on social media, as you can see.
Karuna has gone through that process as well. And many of you, in fact, hate me for that. But as you saw from Sandy, if you don't get your brand out, if you don't let people in the world know what you are capable of, the world will never know. And amongst us, there are couple of PR folks, people who do marketing communications, and I want to invite Jasbir Kaur. I believe I met you at a previous event Dr. Thomas organized, and you attended our sessions maybe yesterday or today. Please share your thoughts.
Thank you so much, Piyush. Most of you probably know me as Nami Kaur, so I should have changed my name there. So I go by Jasbir Nami Kaur. My background is in technology as well as marketing and communications at IBM. I had I call it three-level career at IBM. I remember Sandy Carter from there as well. But anyway, coming back to this was an amazing conference. So my thanks and kudos to all of you organizers, the panelists. I mean, everything was done superbly. So I want to take a minute to acknowledge that. And I'm glad that I joined. And as the member just mentioned, I will be happy in any way to serve. I can also join the mentor network. I was totally inspired by all of our youngsters up yesterday with the inventions and really humbled. I realized how little I knew, how much more I still have to learn. So thank you so much for providing that forum, and keep on doing that and let me know how I can help. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you for being here. And I'm getting a lot of background noise. So if you're not speaking, please mute yourself. Is there anyone else left who didn't get a chance to express their opinions and you just want to say, go ahead? It's Dr. Abraham.
Piyush, yeah, okay. Yeah, I did speak about the award, but I just want to share with all of you that around 2016, we were thinking about a global Indian engineering technology summit. Thought about it for 2017, 18, then of course COVID came. See, we are in a network world. The country boundaries are breaking. We are all connected. And among our diaspora, we are 32 million people. And if you put together the number of technologists, engineers, applied scientists within the diaspora and India, we are enormously a big force. And I think we had to think of future in the sense that our people, especially in the United States, that is where we have the largest number of technologists, engineers, and applied scientists among the Indian American, among the diaspora community. Globally, we can be a force in terms of helping India as well as developing countries. We are done extremely well financially, technologically, and I think a group like ASEI has a role. Why I am emphasizing this? Because the UN model has sort of failed in terms of development to developing countries. And if we become a catalyst, a forum to help countries which need technological help in terms of for them to move forward, I think we could play a role. So in this regard, I would suggest that first of all, we have to strengthen ASEI. We have many speakers who have come for the first time to ASEI, we request them to become a member. It's only $250. It's very little money.
500.
Yeah, 500, sorry. And then you can bring your foundation or your companies to join together as a sponsor or whatever categories are available. And we go forward, and every one of you can help start a chapter locally, local network. Of course, the last 2 years we could not do the physical get together, but I think we can start doing that now, so we can help. If you think that this cause is worthwhile to pursue for future, please come forward, so that maybe in I was telling about this youth technology summit. We could extend it to worldwide, and I will be happy to help, because the biggest asset which I bring is the networking around the world, which I would utilize for promoting this into reaching out to the diaspora community in every part of the world, every country. And in turn, we also deal with some of those engineering groups in India, Institution of Engineers and others, because on a platform, virtual platform, we can bring everybody in the forum, and we become a force in the world to make our contribution for the world. And this is what I would say. So I request that everybody come forward to do whatever you can for ASEI.
Thank you, Piyush. This is Srini. I just want to add one point.
Hey,
thank
Srini,
you.
I can't see you. Are you here?
No, I'm here, but it's okay if you can't see me. I'll speak. You're hearing me, right?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah, thank you for highlighting that Indian diaspora thing. Today, interestingly, today is National Startup Day in India. Indian government announced. It's so much coincidence that our event matched to that. Our Indian diaspora is now in the we reached a critical milestone where it needs a very good platform to impact different parts of the world. I think I don't see I'll see great potential for ASEI, and thank you, Piyush, for encouraging the youngsters. Historically, we are living in a great times where youngsters are able to contribute a lot in technology and a lot of learning, but what they lack is the experience. So the vast experience we, our seniors, have, though we are not active in social media. So we never need to coach these youngsters to be active in social media. So they can play a great role in moving forward. But what they need is the wisdom, experience, which they can't easily get in books or any other places easily, especially the customized part. Thank you so much for leading this and inspiring this. It's a great milestone, I believe. Thank you.
Thank you, Srini. Srini has been on the Silicon Valley board since the beginning. He had us. He moved out for a couple of years to a different state, and now he's back. So welcome back. Anyone else who didn't get a chance to speak? Go ahead.
I see Neeraj Binder has.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hi,
Neeraj.
this is Neeraj. How are you?
Hey, Neeraj.
So,
good to hear you.
So sorry I wasn't there earlier when you guys were doing the video recording of the whole group. I'm very IT illiterate, so I was trying to figure out how to set the video on. And I don't see the camera button, so you guys will just have to hear me. But I got to tell you, with the 40 years of the ASEI, I've gone to some of the conventions and just kind of hung out with Dad to help him and set everything up and things like that. But I didn't really listen to many of the presentations when I went to these things because I'm not in the technology profession at all. But yesterday I was working, so I wanted to make sure I attended today. And I've been working on one laptop and listening to you guys on the other laptop, so I listened to quite a bit of it. And even being outside of that field, it was so interesting to listen to everybody, the presenters. I was just really impressed by the speakers. And how much I learned from the technology industry, what's going on, the passion that the engineers have, the path, how they move from being engineers to entrepreneurs. I'm very impressed by it, and the quality of the conference itself. We go to conventions where there's 40,000 people there, and big companies have huge budgets. And what you guys put together, with, very few people of volunteers, the board with very little budget. I'm so impressed by the speakers, the presenters, the format, the quality of the slides. It's just, it's very, very professional, right? I mean, it's a small organization when you compare to other big corporations putting things together. But this was no small feat. I mean, there was nothing lacking compared to these other, what other online conventions are. So I'm so impressed. I met so many people of the board, from, speaking to you guys from the, this year, last year. And I think Dad would be really proud. I'm really impressed with what you guys have done and put together. And so I'm really looking forward to, the conferences, and hopefully, it'll be done in person as well. So I'll actually get a chance to really meet you guys and shake hands one day.
Thank you, Neeraj. And while you couldn't attend in person, your video was played multiple times, the message that you gave me. And you don't call yourself technically backward, because you did what 90% of the board did not do for me. I asked you for a video to promote the event, and within an hour, you were able to turn it around for me. And I had been asking the entire board, all chapters, for weeks to do something. And ultimately, I started recording and I started doing it. You know me.
When I had to do it, I didn't have much of a choice, so I had to do it. But I think the credit really goes to my wife, because she's the one that, we took her laptop, she had it on Zoom, she figured out how to make that background that you gave and how to record it, so if it wasn't for her, I would have had, I probably would have just done something on the iMessage thing and sent it to you and said, okay, see what you can do with that.
No, Neeraj, you did well. So thank her on our behalf. And on behalf of the entire ASEI, I want to thank you for the donation you sent out as well. And of course, for the Founders, Haribi Bindal Founders Award, which we will be announcing, as I said, once we have all acceptances. We will have a press release, and we will have the award function in 5 to 6 weeks. And of course, Neeraj, you would be invited for that. So
I would love to, and I would love to. My sister's very about supporting ASEI, as I am. Obviously, we have the personal, we're biased, of course, to making it support. But hearing the youths and everybody else, and and what this organization can be, even at a global level. And I think, with what Jay was saying, given with COVID and how we're doing this virtually, we truly can bring speakers all from across the world. And even if we do an in-person convention, there's no reason why, somebody can't be a speaker at a conference, via video like this.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. All right, wonderful. Thank you so much. All of you have had a chance to say. Surbhi, any last words? You are the co-chair for this today's event, so I will give you the last word. And by the way, Vatsala perhaps did not get to be appreciated as well. Her skills.
No, I got a lot of appreciation. I didn't get a chance to appreciate others. So
no, this is one lady who's at the back end of almost everything, and she knows I am. If I want something to be done, I want it done right now, and she doesn't sleep. Even I don't sleep. So that's how we've been teaming together and getting things done this year. It's no easy feat to have done 30 events in a year, when traditionally ASEI used to do maybe 1 or 2 events, in-person events, right? They're restricted, but we are getting better. And one statistic I want to share, this was the convention where we got the highest number of registration ever in ASEI's life. And the proof is in the pudding. Not everybody comes and sits on a weekend for 6 hours yesterday and 5 hours today. So they rely on the recordings. But the fact that we use social media for this, because our email open rate is very low. But our social media reach, our word of mouth is improving, and that's what we all want to do. So with that, over to you, Vatsala, and then Surbhi to close it.
Yeah, so thank you, everybody, whoever's on screen and not on screen as well. I'm sure you did your bit to make this event successful. A big shout out to Raman as well, because I know what time it is in Hong Kong right now. So great job, Raman. Thank you for doing this for ASEI. And all of you, Piyush, especially through his illness, and Surbhi through hers, they still kept going. So great job. Michigan, we have to do it after this.
Neeraj, see you in Michigan for an in-person event this year.
Oh,
Yes,
I would
and
love to. I
Neeraj,
can't wait for
thank
that.
you always. Yeah. And thanks a lot for last year and this year. Thank you for your continued support.
Oh no,
right.
we'll do more. We'll do more as well. So I don't think we did enough for this year, but we'll I promise I'll do more.
Yeah, I have your promise, and I remember our conversation from a couple of months back. So we will take you up on that. So I wanted to give others a chance as well to do that. That's why I just took on the sponsorship on my hand and just ran with it. So, but obviously with so many things, we need dedicated sponsorship team, we need dedicated content team, and we do need social media team. Hopefully some of the youngsters will be inspired to come and help us. And we are allowed, we have now been certified to give out presidential awards on behalf of the White House. So any student who needs ours, or any student who needs that certificate and works for us, will be given that. So with that, Surbhi, anything else before we close?
No, I think I just wanted to give a shout out to you, Piyush, and to Vatsala. To Vatsala, I wanted to say, Vatsala, you are always there with a smile, and I really appreciate that. Doing work is one thing, but doing it with a smile is the best thing, and I really appreciate that about you. And Piyush, I don't know how you did it, but you were on calls and sending out emails at every hour of the day and night. So I was like, when does this guy sleep, or does he sleep? You're right. I don't think you sleep. So I just wanted to give both of you a big shout out for all the work you did to make this event successful. It's amazing.
Thank you all.
Thank
Namaste.
you. Thank you for your leadership.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right,
Thank
with
you.
that, I think we can close. I think we'll just say that everybody, please continue to contribute, stay connected, and let's spread with word of mouth and bring more people, engage more people, students as well as mentors as well as mentees, both level of people, bring them into ASEI. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.